Okay, so we've got 1 second. All right. So we have this right now. I think I did this right. And this is a UFC fight. The his entrance into it was unbelievable. I'm still trying to find ways to get it up. So far, I've tried it two different ways, and I've had it blocked for via because it's NBC Universal. They will not do anything to show positiveness for Trump, but we'll give it a shot. Um, Maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight if I still feel like it. But here is the crowd chanting FJB. You also have the fact that millions of dollars, I don't know what the number is at right now, but millions of dollars have flowed into his campaign. People are pissed. We're pissed because or angry, mad, furious. I fear the republic is over. Um, as of right now, as of the time I'm recording this, I'm fortunate enough to be in a somewhat decent situation where, um, hang on a minute, like, I can be, my surroundings are calm and pretty good, except that, there are a lot of things that I'm trying to do and it's hard. But as far as just in general, going out just to even like get groceries or do this or do that, it's just hard. Everything is closed up very early where I am. Um, the economy is just doing horribly. The customer service in general it's just generally really shitty. Um, it's just we're at these constant wars. It just never stops, and you just know in your heart that things suck. You've got the whole, I mean, this Trump has been treated so unfairly, and I think something that makes me really ticked off and what kind of caused me to do this video right now, I think it's like quarter after 1 in the morning, was the fact that I'm just doing some, I have to be do things in real small little, I can't like run a vacuum right now or anything, but anything I do, I have to sit down and rest, then I can get up and do it. It's like that. And I actually was able to, I was fucking stupid of me, but I had to do it. I have high ceilings here and I needed to get clean my ceiling fans. So I actually am up on this ladder and I'm like, dear God, don't let me fall because that'll be the end of me. It's just, I did do it, I'd like to take the lighting fixtures apart tomorrow, but that's home. I mean, I'm still doing shit like this, but I'm very concerned. And I'm sitting down, I've got Seinfeld on, I've got it, on my DVR, it's paused and stuff. And it rained again. We have massive geoengineering going on. And I'm actually keeping a log of how it's raining so much here, and this is not indicative of our normal weather pattern, that I'm starting to keep track of how many times a day I'm getting soaked. And I don't mean just a little rain. I mean, it was coming down really heavily. And, I don't have my raincoat with me. I don't have my umbrella with me because it's another area that I stay in from time to time, in the northern part of the state. But you have me on that. It's sort of like they have been following him. They have been spying on him illegally, and nothing happens. You have a monster, a literal monster that is an incestuous. Not only is he pedophiliac, but he's incestuous with his daughter. He has a drug addict son. People say, oh, yeah. Well, no, it is a big deal. Because if you're older, you see this shit and you say to yourself, what the fuck happened to my damn country? You know, I mean, I what the fuck? This isn't the country I grew up in. This isn't the country I know. This is a clusterfuck of bullshit. Excuse me. So then what prompted me to do this is Biden is running. I don't understand why he's running these ads. Now this is it's different from market to market. Now I'm in hardcore lib Milwaukee Spectrum cable. And I'm sure if I was in a different part of the state, I'm thinking, and like I had a dish or something, the ads would be different, but maybe not. I don't know why the hell Biden is spending so much money on ads right now, but he must have a hell of a lot of money. And these ads I'm seeing, I mean, I turn them off right away or walk away from them or, I ought immediately turn it off. I'm not watching his bullshit. But it shows Trump. The latest is that he's crazy and unhinged, and there's something mentally wrong with him because he thinks he won the 2020 election. And it says he is crazy and unhinged, and they put it in bold letters, and they show him, with scary music and in dark photos. And then they show like Biden, standing in a doorway with the with his teeth, with his covering on his teeth, because those aren't his real teeth, saluting, with his dentures and literally saluting and smiling, and he doesn't say anything, but he just looking like he's President Eisenhower or something. I don't know. And then he salutes and, oh, Joe Biden, ba 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 ba, because we don't need crazy, unhinged people in the White House. And then they show Kamala, and they show them looking into the distance, looking like the two most competent, accomplished people on the globe ever, slash getting ready for canonization. It's just bullshit. And I'm furious. So here we have another one that I'm going to try to get up tonight. Because I'm going to have to do it with my phone and my television set, because I can't do it with this computer. Okay, here we go. I suppose I could, but we're not going to. Anytime it's just the program the app I'm using to record this picks it up and just automatically blocks it. So because I've tried it twice. So here's at the UFC in the middle of the fight. Okay, so, oops, what am I doing? Oh, I didn't want that, did I? Okay, well, I apologize. This is my video. Okay, here we go. Now, if you don't know what they're saying, they're doing, fuck Joe Biden, 1, 2, 3, 4, fuck Joe. But I mean, like, it's the whole place is packed, and like everyone's doing it. So Biden is heavily in an area that he's going to win or they're going to fix anyway. Well, I know what they do around here. That's why I honestly got out of just political involvement, except for using my mouth and occasionally doing a few things, but not like where I'm heavy duty volunteering or getting paid or whatever. So we have that. Hang on a minute. Okay. And then if we go, oh God, I'm sorry to do it like that. This stupid mouse pad is fucked up too. So then, all right, we have this here. Oh, I can't get it up now. Okay. Hang on a minute. It's just this computer. Why can't I? I'm so sick of it. Here we go. Let's start it over. So this is Trump returning to Mar-a-Lago after I don't know where that fight was, but hopefully you can hear it. Now, right now they're flying the flag upside down, which means your country is in distress. So, and it's just another message to the Biden campaign. We all know what happened. Me personally, I saw several different things with my own two eyes. Not to mention, I know what the fuck goes on around here. People would say, "Oh, it's just because I've been at camp polling places, and I've had to find the person running a well. The last one of them that I was at downtown. I mean, for many years. As I found out more about these laws, I mean, I've gotten police to get people to get away from the doorways, blocking doorways. I did in 2004. I was pissed. And there were so many people, the cop looked at me, he's like, I don't even know what I can do. You know, and Code Pink was set up there. I don't even want to get into it. Another time I saw people, I overheard their conversation behind me, and they were bringing in forged documents. And I kept looking at this chick behind me, or was she in front of me? One or the other. And I just and we had to wait for like at least an hour. And I just stared her down, and I went, this dude's name was Yves. And I went over to him, and they knew who I was, you know. And one of the guys, I mean, I got to know these people so well because I was in every single election, and we had a recall election. We had many different things going on here for a period of maybe 5-6 years. A lot going on, and in the state. And then we had various primaries for governor, and I was just always had my butt in there, and they even knew my birthday, because one of the guys' birthday, and I'd say someone is using documents, and they're not her. Her ID is not going to match. You did not. We used to have a law. Our law just changed 10 years ago or so. Or it could, like the last two elections, we used to be able to, you didn't have to ever show a driver's license or an ID, ever. All you needed to do was bring a bill in and have the address. So I want you to think about that. All you needed to do was have 2 or 3 documents with the person's name and address on it, and you could go in and vote. Or you could register to vote. So you could say, hey, I used to live at this address and I just moved. And it's just, it's huge. And she lost her nerve this one time. This chick lost her nerve, and I was just breathing down her neck. And this girl had her, iPhone, and she was trying to help her pull up documents and to show the election officials, but her phone didn't have a signal down in the, because it was below levels, like down in the school basement or something. It's just fucking bullshit. My vote gets spit out 3 times, then they open the machine, fuck with it, change a few things around, and then it gets entered. That happened to me in 2016 at the primary. I mean, this shit just, I could go on and on and on, and yet Biden is running ads here heavily in this market. And I'm like, why? because the Republicans here are like Sean Hannity Republicans. They're going to vote for Trump no matter what anyway. Then you have a few that are bizarre and that, would have preferred Nikki Haley. I mean, please. Who runs over to Israel and signs bombs provided by the U.S. taxpayer. I mean, that's coming out of your damn paycheck. She puts hearts on them. Love Nikki. Oh, kill them all. Love and Nikki Haley, and then puts a heart on it. That is borderline. You know what that is? That is unhinged. And then, the international media does not understand the passion here either. I mean, traffic is even held up for this. And by the way, everyone that thinks Trump won, Everybody on your side is like delusional, and they'll spit out some MSNBC talking point for Rachel Maddow. Now, if I have to hear "Proud to be an American" one more time, not quite sure what I'm going to do to myself. That became, I think that was recorded in the 80s, and it became super popular after 9/11. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just so, and he uses it in such a way as if it's almost like the national anthem, or you're saying the Pledge of Allegiance, and he stands there like as if it's a prayer or something, like he's a priest at mass or something. I really don't care for that. I really don't. I just, at least he stopped doing the theatrical thing at the end of the speeches and rallies, where he had someone like turn on like this music going, "We are going down here." One night he did it for 20 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Okay. I think the most, like, the song that puts the most energy in these people, and in me, are like, "Hold on, I'm coming." That song, like some of these songs that Trump generally, a lot of the bands have said, "Fuck you, don't use them," like Neil Young. I mean, what a fucker. Guy comes to this country and then becomes a citizen. He claims to vote against Trump. I mean, and then he, puts that out there. No, I haven't listened to Neil Young music since then. Although, off of Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere, it's Cowgirl in the Sand is a fucking jam and a half. And I mean, I don't have my stereo equipment in here yet because I was going to move out of here. So then I have, my stuff is half here, half in my storage locker. But, I just refrained from playing Neil Young music because the whole fucking thing pissed me off so damn much. But Cowgirl in the Sand, if you want to ever listen to some good music, not like who are these people? This Taylor Swift.
So powerful.
proud to be American right now at all. I'm not proud to be a part of a people that is blowing up. The war involvement is something, and the people at the top and their policies make me very uneasy. I can understand how people don't like this country. I really can. I think it's very easy to see, very easy to understand, especially after I was, in a trauma situation that could have been something that would have happened in a war zone, and I was assaulted by someone and then left to die, and just in the most horrific situations. I don't even know how I got out of it. I'm going to be honest with you. I little bits and pieces every day are coming back, and I'm trying to remember it. And at one point, I mean, I'm surprised I came out of that hospital alive, although I did almost die from an infection they gave me. That was 7 more weeks. And the weight loss I had from that medication, and I was on multiple antibiotics, and then an IV with the PICC line with very strong shit coming in me for 3 hours a day. And then you'd lay there and wait because they never they never answer your call light, and with this machine beeping. And I got a broken pelvis, and I'm trying to grab like a walker so I can get out of bed and figure out how to just unplug the machine, so it would stop. They'd be doing this at like 4 a.m. Like, I'm never going to get sleep. Now, can you imagine being in a situation like that where like someone bombs you and you can't walk and you can't move and you just lay there to die a slow death? I think that's what really hit me. Plus I tend to be more of an empath. I know I sound bitchy on the channel, and I'm pissed off a lot about this shit, this country, the country going in the toilet. I am pissed off about it, yeah. And I'm pissed off because it doesn't even matter. Your vote doesn't count. It just so that goes on for a really long time. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. Another thing, you've got these Boeing planes literally falling apart. Nikki Haley sits on the board of directors of Boeing. And they occasionally, not every night, reroute planes over where I live, over my neighborhood, which is really weird, to land. And they're low flying. And I was talking to this guy in my neighborhood yesterday because I tried to go for a walk, actually a crutch walk. I made it 4 blocks, which is a lot for me. I think it's almost a good quarter mile to a half mile, which, significant. And yeah, that's how bad it is. And this guy started, I looked at him and he's like, hi, whatever. And because everyone in this area is very friendly, and it is dark out, lots of trees, cloudy, and this plane comes over us. And I heard this like really clunky noise, like there was a malfunction, like something I've never heard, because these planes have been, they're working on a runway at our airport here. So not every night, but occasionally they reroute stuff. Now I'm just right over Lake Michigan. So they reroute it, and then they sometimes just don't put some of the planes in a holding pattern on that lake shore. You'll see that, and then you can see stuff. the city and the lakefront and shit. And then they head out to the airport, right? And there are no chemtrails on these planes, I want to add. And this big clunky noise happens. Like it sounded really abnormal. And I hope to hell that wasn't a Boeing. And he was from, and we started chatting, and he was from upstate. And, this is first time living in this neighborhood. So we had quite a considerably long convo, at least a half hour. That's what I'm saying. When you live in a situation where people are like that, and he said, he liked the neighborhood because it's almost like a little bubble. Um, and, that's kind of what it is. It's just, I'm glad it's like about a 6 block area, and then you hit the hood, so, but this is what we have. All right, now let's go back, and we're going to go down. I don't like this app at all. And here is, can we get this up? Put it full screen. This was a boat parade over the weekend. And did the Dems get this? Like, you have or what's his name, that fucking Blinken dude, sitting in Ukraine playing guitar somewhere. Why doesn't he play War Pigs by Black Sabbath? That's pretty appropriate song for him. MAGA is the biggest movement in American history. Well, it's very nice and all. Someone did a meme, but making your country great shouldn't be a movement. It's just, so I'm not going to criticize the person that did this. I would have worded it another way. Making your country great again is the biggest movement in American history. That, when you see what I'm saying, that doesn't really, it's cute, but it's not catching the essence of what went on, as far as I'm concerned, anyway. But that, this is what I'm saying. I'm very hypercritical right now. Anyway, so we're going to sign off, and I'll try to get the other video up. Yeah, we have, some serious problems here right now, because there are many people that are faced with injustices too. So, okay, signing out.